Hello everybody, and I'm welcoming you back to another game. This time, it's gonna be Planetside 2, one of those big shooter games. And when I say big, I mean a lot of players on one server with a huge ass map. So huge in fact that I can hardly show it all because there would be so much travel time where nothing happens. But right here we have ourselves a big base that we're currently capturing with the new conglomerate. We're gonna attempt to hold it throughout the night. See already lots of aircrafts in the air, and we're just gonna enjoy the little animation that we get when we capture the base. And we're gonna see how long we can hold it. Boom! Our enemy for today is gonna be the Terran Republic. There's 3 factions in the game. We're currently playing the new conglomerate. They're freedom fighters, the rebels, the better faction. The Terran Republic over there on the ridge, shooting and shelling us with some tanks. Lots of infantry around there. We're gonna wanna stay in cover as much as possible. Already seeing, we kind of took fire there. They're gonna destroy our turrets. I'm not gonna achieve much with my machine gun here. So I'm gonna go a little bit lower, see if I can pick off some of the infantry that's trying to charge us. There we have one. Standing out right in the open. You wanna take advantage of your environment as much as possible. As you can see there on the ridge, we can barely hit them. Repairing all the spawn control units so we can spawn in here. Currently completely surrounded by enemy territory, so we definitely don't want to lose this facility. Compromised. Taking few careful shots, but not really working out.
Eyes on an enemy lightning.
I think I'm out of rockets at this point, so I'm gonna probably resupply myself. Gonna do that just about now. Everyone has a little bit of shields additional to its health. Shields are gonna respawn, resupply each other pretty much faster. But you can use a little trick, and if you switch to a medic, you can heal yourself up and then switch right back into your preferred class. In this case, the heavy assault, for destroying vehicle purposes. Heading back up our little princess tower, we see an enemy infiltrator just cloaking himself up there. But since he's cloaked and he's not making an attempt at showing himself, we're gonna make a stupid risk. Alright, I got one hit off, didn't quite connect though. And now I'm gonna be, oh shit. Alright, on a scale of 1 to fucked, how fucked am I? I'm really fucked. I'm out in the open with rockets flying everywhere. I'm trying to cause as much damage, activating my shields, but it's just not enough. I took a whole lot of fall damage already. Note to self, don't fall off the guard towers. As you can see, we have one spawn point in the middle of the base and are completely surrounded by red. For all those who haven't played Planetside 2 yet, it's a free-to-play game, you can go check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's sort of the choose-your-own-battle type of game. You can head into the biggest fight you'll ever see, you'll be probably overrun in a matter of seconds. You die a lot if you stay in the heat of the battle. Also note that it has a day-night cycle, so you can see the tracer fire. This is where the game really gets cinematic, when you see all these tracers going off. Anti-air turrets trying to fight off planes. We're gonna head outside the base here, see if we can ambush some troops laying on the ridge. Managed to get the first one, but catch some fire ourselves. We activate our personal shield, that's gonna give us some damage reduction. Can't keep it up forever though. Gonna reload because we only have 71 shots left. Go figure. Typical RDS syndrome. Fired one shot out of my 100. Better reload. But we're not gonna catch that guy. We're getting surprised. And fade off into the ground. So it's time to head back into our base. We're obviously not quite gonna defend that. Now my thought process here was, I'm gonna reconnect our base to the main land. You see the blue and red are showing which faction controls which territory. You want to fight all over the territory. But on a second thought, we're far too far cut off. Now you see people spawning their vehicles. It's a lot of like Battlefield in that regard, or any other game where you can control vehicles. You spawn them, you control them, you can load up people into it. Into some are just for one person, others are for multiple of persons. Now I thought just an enemy liberator fly overhead there. It's a huge bomber plane, so I thought, okay, I'm gonna get up in the tower and get one of these anti-air turrets that sadly aren't here. These are just for keeping the gate closed.
Generator compromised.
We sadly can't do much with our normal machine gun against those liberators. They're not taking damage from that. We could try and hit it with a rocket, but at that distance, I don't have luck on rockets. You can unlock a variety of different weapons. Now these things, these mosquitoes, you can shoot. These are the light fires.
Liberty or death.
You don't want to engage them though in the open, because they can take you out pretty fast. Some nice flying there, he just dodged our bullets. Probably unintentional. Headbutting with our fellow soldier there. So you can see, this is only one of those bases. Oh damn. One of those relatively small spots on the map, but still it's a lot of place to run. We just see all these tracers from the airplanes. Looking pretty cool at night. That's why I'm showing you this one. Getting past the lightning tank there. These are called the paper tanks, not for no reason, because they're so light, they probably blow up in no time.
Generator stabilized.
A lot of good TR pilots in the air there. It's pretty easy to crash one of those jets. But we made it back to the main base, and I'm thinking I'm gonna switch up slightly. I see the generator here has been compromised. If that thing goes down inside there, we're gonna have a whole lot of heavy vehicles. Huh, nobody here? It was a trap. Of course. These generators control the gates, and if they open, enemy vehicles can drive right into through the base. We don't want that to happen. Waiting our turn to redeploy on Amarish, which is the lushest of the three maps that you can play in. Amarish, known for its green highlands, and I saw a lot of aircraft, so I'm switching to a max suit equipped with an anti-air burster. These max suits are huge robo suits. They got a whole lot of life, but they can't be healed, they can only be repaired, so there's a lot of good synergy going on. Though I still have to manually aim, which makes it kind of hard to hit targets on long range. On these close ranges though, these mosquitoes take a whole lot of pounding. There we spot a galaxy off in the distance. The galaxies are these giant, enormous transport planes. You want to lead your target a lot. These anti-air turrets are not doing the best job. But as it comes closer, more and more fire is focusing on it. This galaxy is going down. You can transport up to 12 people with that. Didn't get as much points for the kill there.
Generator repaired.
I see the debris rolling all over the hill. Enemy gunship coming in. We're gonna see if we can get some pot shots out there. Not getting any hits. Although you can see the power of the suppression from the anti-air guns here. There's nothing that can really get close. So what we want to do to break this is, of course, get ground vehicles or just troops with rocket launchers in there to destroy these turrets. Engineers can repair them, of course. You see this one smoking with an engineer, just repairing it, but it's already taking fire. Now he is the real front of the battle, with a whole lot of troops already breaching through these barricades. Now our friendly vehicles can go through there, the enemy vehicles cannot. But that doesn't mean that ground troops won't be able to just run through the shield. sort of a prevention method. They can get the shield down, that's what they're trying to do. We're sadly not really equipped to deal with any vehicles. We have an anti-air burster and a shotgun. A very powerful shotgun, mind you. See if I can bring down that mosquito. It's often a combination of fire. These mosquitoes have to be slightly damaged or really not moving at all for us to be taking them down. I really see a lightning rolling up, some infantry there in the back. We're taking some fire, but it's not really hurting us. I think I saw another enemy just going up the lift here. Might be mistaken. And there's another galaxy. These transport galaxies have so much life. They're giant space whales. And I'm out of ammo. Ammo is a really important resource here, of course. You can refill it pretty much anywhere you control territory. If you're in enemy territory, good luck. Also, engineers can drop such ammunition packages, and I would like to have an engineer drop it because you get some points for that, some experience. But alternatively, we can of course just resupply us at a station. Now also, you note we're pretty much slow as a max. There's an ability that we have to shortly get into a sprint, but that has a long charge time, so you only want to use that to get out of sticky situations. Slowly opening fire here on a friendly plane. That can happen. You can totally shoot friendlies. There's full friendly fire. You see these red glowing heavy assaults running in there with their shields activated, already taking fire from somewhere along the ridge or the opposite guard tower. It looks like we have been quite breached. So I'm just staying mobile, keeping my move on. I thought a plane there must have crashed. Also these infantry sitting there with the sniper rifles. A huge amount of tanks sitting there, but we can't really damage them with our anti-air gun. There's an interesting trinity going on. You have infantry and air, or you can combine it to infantry and vehicle. Our shotgun though, pretty much effective and close range. Here you see me activate the charge ability to get out of lane. And this guy was unfortunately running right into my shotgun. Bad thing to fight a new conglomerate max is just to steal the hay away. You see, I couldn't even kill that guy, I just got an assist there. See, the gunshots scatter quite a lot. Here I'm attempting to get a little bit closer, but I'm getting hit with so much bullets. I'm not quite down on my life yet, but if you ever take damage, you want to fall back just to not die right there. This guy I'm really unfortunately not hitting. And this can happen, you can just not hit him. My anti-air gun does do some damage to infantry, but I am missing every single shot. Luckily my compile that is there was helping me out, giving me the assist. Now I really have to find someone to repair me. This is not a friendly. Getting a little bit too closer to me, so I have to take him down for his own gun, of course. These jump pads allow us to traverse the towers pretty fast, get ourselves into safety. Now I can just resupply and get my life back. So I'm calling out for an engineer to repair me. Of course, whenever you need one, there's nobody there. If you're full ammo and full life, of course there's 10 engineers right next to you. And there's spot one. He's not reacting to me, so I'm shooting him a little bit to attract him to me. And he of course turns around. You can do that. You usually just hit a little bit of their shields, but you have to be careful. You can actually one-shot your own guys with these shotguns. I'm real thankful to him. You also see a respawn timer on my max there, and I'm equipping now an anti-vehicle weapon. See, we can hopefully shell those tanks. A lot of vehicles and the max suit have a respawn timer just to both balance it a little bit and give you a sentiment to skill into that. You can actually reduce respawn timers with sword points that you gain. Currently I'm saving up my sword points for a shotgun. that I might be showing off at a later game. The normal weapons that you get are pretty good. You can just about upgrade everything in this game, from your weapons to your weapon customizations, to your armors, to your classes. And here you see me once again fall right down. And I'm happy none of these tanks just spotted me right there, because I had been toast. This guy throwing a grenade, not that much threatening to us. He wisely escapes. You don't want to go head up against the max. So here you see me starting to shell some of these tanks. We have a huge buildup. Huge buildup of vehicles there. This guy, unfortunately, coming through the wrong neighborhood. You see some sniper bullets just whiz past me, so it's time for me to redeploy. Snipers with a headshot can take out a person in one shot. Max, however, have pretty tough armor. You can make it even tougher if you choose to. Up here though, pretty hot air. If I wasn't a max, I would have been dead already. See all these tracers coming in. And I'm better off retreating. Unfortunately, taking the wrong lift kinda put me right back up. And there you see me accidentally hitting a teammate. Don't know at the time whether I saw him or not, or whether I thought he was an enemy. I didn't have much time there. There's another big repercussion to hitting your own troops. It's just something that happens. I can't count the times I was run over by friendly tanks for just crossing the road at the wrong time. You always want to give the heavier vehicle the right of way. There's no lights at crossroads. And here's some engineer just takes out these axes, and I'm like, hey, that's a little bit on purpose. Of course, take him down, but somehow I kinda fuzzled up myself and switched to a normal class. Now I have cooldown on that. Unfortunately, but the 30 seconds, a medic here, probably about to heal us up. Medics can revive exosuits, or max suits, sorry, getting games crossed here. You know, every game has to have that robot suit. But you cannot repair them. You can revive them, but not repair. Engineers have to do that. We hear all the bullet sounds and firing sounds going up outside. These are all player made. There's no normal background audio.
Generator compromised.
Although there are some pretty cool theme songs for each of the different factions. All these explosions are tracers fired by people. And I see the icons blinking, which means it has been tapped. We have to re-tap it. I just used my sprinter to close the distance as fast as possible, because I took a lot of free damage, but in a small room with a shotgun, you're just having a heyday. Now here's something interesting happens. I'm getting shot at, and I'm not sure why, until I spot this guy just sitting merrily in the corner. I don't know how I didn't even hit him there. Probably was out of ammunition. The reload times are pretty long, you have to calculate it. I think he shot my engineer though, so I'm pretty low alive. Ooh, I'm seeing the enemy, but I just can't hit him. That's actually an aircraft landed there. Pilot probably bailed out because it was too low. And we got the generator stabilized, which is pretty good, but I'm still low alive and I'm not sure if I can hold up pretty long. So my idea is to get to main base, but a friendly engineer finds me. Not so much it creates a lot of light when he's repairing me. You probably want to stay in the dark as much as possible, because it is nighttime. And it's much harder to see at night. There's still a lot of fire in here, but it was cleared out. Enemy mechs are on the ground. Different factions have different weapon sets up for their mechs. And I got hit from somewhere. I can't figure out what was happening there. At this point, I'm sure there was something, but I just couldn't find it, so I can't be bothered. I have to find some more action here. You can see on the horizon it's getting slightly lighter. We're just about through the night. Moon's almost on the horizon too. This game plays on a far distant world called Araxis rather. And there was a lot of new technology found here. These were thought to belong to some aliens that lived here a long time ago and have vanished for some reason. There is also a faction dealing with that. They have a lot of alien weapons, plasma weapons,
Compromised.
and floating tanks. But these are the old-fashioned Terran Republic. They like metal. And tanks with 2 guns. So you see me here getting hit twice by this tank. And I'm sadly getting hit from somewhere, finishing me off. I shouldn't have stayed still so long. But we made it quite a long time. And I like to thank you for staying with me on this little showcase of what you can do with Planetside. If you'd like to see more, just drop me a comment. I'll see what I can do. Maybe some airplay. Maybe some traveling across the different continents.